A few months ago, and a little over 1 month after the development on the next civilization was revealed to have begun, the final content for Civilization 6's Leader Pass arrived. The Rulers of England pack all but cemented our beloved Civilization 6 as a complete experience, with the last of her major updates behind her. Having played Civilization 6 on the channel a few times over the years, now feels like a good time to break out the champagne and celebrate as the 6th iteration of the strategy classic sails into the sunset. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian, thank you for being here, and welcome, at last, to the Controlled Chaos Metaseries in Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Why Metaseries, you ask, for those of you not in the know? This is going to be a series of series in the channel's 10 a.m. US Eastern Time slot, covering all 18 of the Leader Pass leaders I haven't yet played on the channel. Why Controlled Chaos? Well, here are the rules. Each of the 18 games in the Metaseries will flip a coin for whether the Barbarian Clans, Heroes and Legends, Monopolies and Corporations, and Secret Societies game modes are turned on or off. And if that isn't chaotic enough, Dramatic Ages and Zombies will make a special appearance for certain leaders, and to keep each and every series unpredictable, Tech and Civic Shuffle mode will always be on, unless we decide down the road that keeping it on is somehow bad. Oh, and Giant Death Robots, which I normally turn off, will have a 1 in 4 chance of joining the fray every single game. I'll use a randomizer for all of these coin flips and dice rolls, but if a combination we've already seen in a previous series rolls again, I'll re-roll to get a unique combination and keep things fresh. My experience with most of these game modes isn't non-existent, but it is limited. I'm also going to be upping the difficulty according to my comfort level as the series progresses, and we're going to enjoy each and every series all the way through to the end, win or lose. Breaks may occasionally be taken in between series, but most will run back to back. We're starting the first series, which I'm calling Another Victoria, on King difficulty, much like the In Denial series, where I played as Ptolemaic Cleopatra in case you missed it. As usual, I'm going to be playing using a cocktail of mods, including a few new ones suggested by the community after the last series. Like the difficulty mode, the mod list may or may not be updated between playthroughs. And also as usual, all the mods are linked in the description below. That is Controlled Chaos in a nutshell. If you're thinking about following along, especially if you're new to the channel, I approach most gameplay with a healthy dose of imagination, with a focus on having fun, keeping it mostly casual, and enjoying stories as they tell themselves. With this meta-series, I'm returning to frequent Civilization 6 content in a big way, and after some time away. So this entire meta-series, which will probably take about a year by the way, is going to be a great series for fellow returning players, as well as for new players looking to pick up basic and intermediate skills. Another Victoria is series 1 of 18 in the meta-series. Age of Steam Victoria was one of the final leaders released in the Leader Pass, and like the rest of the additions from the Leader Pass, I've never played as her. You're about to have a moment to review the game setup and mod list on the loading screen, but for this first entry in Controlled Chaos, Barbarian Clans are on, Monopolies and Corporations are on, and Giant Death Robots are on. Real quick pivot before we let Sean do his thing to share my deepest thanks to all our nobles and champions. YouTube membership is like subscribing to a creator that you already follow on Twitch. In our case, it increases a single viewer's impact on the channel by 300 to 400% at least. Champions at around 2000%, which, by the way, is the reason their names are highlighted in every premiere. Member badges and channel emotes for live chat and comments are just the two most visible perks. You can see a full list of them by clicking join, which depending on your device is either right next to the subscribe button or beneath the channel intro on the channel's front page. Memberships have given and will continue to give me the freedom to focus on the kind of content the Legion's already here for. So whether you're our newest member or our oldest, whether you're one of our latest subscribers or one of our first, thank you for the generosity with which you have supported and continue to support the channel. You're an amazing community, and it's a privilege to make content for you and to be a part of your lives. Take it away, Sean.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization, on towards the stars. Your Majesty the Queen Victoria of England, extend your reach beyond your borders and across the face of the globe. Worry not over the possibility of defeat, for your loyal redcoats and overwhelming navy will surely carry the day. With your calm and steady touch, you can bring all lands under England's sway, establishing a true Pax Britannica.
So, Age of Steam Victoria has a couple of bonuses. 10% production in cities for every industrial zone building in that city. Every industrial zone building. Not just a few. Every single one. +2 production to all strategic resources as well. Iron and coal mines accumulate 2 more resources per turn. 100% production towards military engineers. Military engineers receive +2 charges, so military engineers will build twice as fast, basically. Buildings that provide additional yields when powered receive +4 of that yield. 20% extra production towards industrial zone buildings. So, wow, industrial zones are going to be really easy to work with playing as Age of Steam Victoria. Harbor buildings increase strategic resource stockpiles by +10 on standard speed. Okay, let's see if we can get a better start than In Denial. That immediately looks better, but it is the first turn. So, let's go ahead and just found a city right there. It's a Plains Hills tile. It's right on the coast. I'll take it. The citizens of London adjust to their new home and keep a wary eye on the nearby river. Your knowledge of sailing has advanced considerably because we settled on the coast. So we got that boost right away. So I've got a hill tile right next door. Let's go ahead and move you there. Yep. All right, so we have founded a city on the continent of And remember, we have completely randomized tech here, so this is going to be an interesting journey every single time. Let's do pottery first. I don't know that it's going to lead to what I think it normally leads to, but again, chaos. This is what we wanted. Scout. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a scout going. And end the first turn. Can probably put London on a growth focus safely. Nice. Already found a goodie hut. Fairly close by too, so we'll be approaching that quickly. Very nice. Promotion for the warrior. All right, so yeah, London's on growth focus at the moment. Scout's done in 2 turns. We've got the Chihuahuan Desert, which has some crystal in it. Diamonds, more specifically. And also cocoa to the south. We have some bananas also to the south of London. Oh, and I didn't even notice. Wow, we have cotton right next door. So, pretty good start location from what I'm seeing so far. I'm not going to complain too loudly. Yes, that was a quick difficulty check. I was thinking to myself, like, you know, when I started the game, did I actually set it to king along with everything else? Okay, so let's go ahead and move our scout before we do the promotion, just to see what we can discover. And now we'll give them faster movement towards hills. I tend to go for this one first because it gets me a little bit closer. Well, it really doesn't matter. I can pick either and still get gorilla next, but I think hills, given what I'm seeing, will give us the most advantage with our nearby terrain. So the game is recommending that I build a monument, which would certainly be good for culture. I could build a farm right there, which would help the city grow faster. I'm going to go for a builder first. I'm going to ignore the game's recommendation. Oh, we do have this promotion as well. So since we're using it as a scout, I'm going to go ahead and give it battle cry and then move towards the movement bonus for that unit. Moving to turn 6. Aha! We've encountered a barbarian cat scout. Okay, let's see what's down here. This is so far, I mean, I really can't tell yet. We'll need another, 10, 20 turns and the rest of the episode to know whether or not it's a better start than In Denial. But In Denial was, if you haven't watched that series, it's kind of, in some ways, the spiritual first series of this meta series. And I strongly encourage you to watch it. It ended up being a lot of fun, but holy crap, was it a tough start. All right. I'm going to move back this direction. Oh, crap. All right. I was kind of hoping for something other than blocked visibility in that particular Fog of War tile, but okay. All right. So let's... Can I? I think I can because because of the hill bonus. Let's move the scout there just to block that one's path a little bit. get a bit of combat experience against the barbarians. We are getting a little bit more experience thanks to our mods. So the fighting barbarians is not quite as useless.
Feel happy in the good potter's hand.
All right, so granary's been researched. We have access to the Great Path, and we can harvest bonus resources that are improved by farms. Yes, astrology, that's what I wanted. Let's go ahead and start going for that so that we can work towards our religion. Whatever it might be. And it looks like... Yeah, this is a little bit dicey because I don't want to overly injure my scout here, but I would really like to keep this barbarian from discovering London. I haven't messed with barbarian clans mode very much at all. I can't even remember whether I've played a full game with it on. We do have quick deals turned on this time, by the way. I remember mentioning during In Denial that I really wished I had had that. I don't know why I turned it off, to be completely honest. But I did turn it off for In Denial, and it's back on now. Okay, so I'm gonna... Tell you what, let's move you here and fortify you so we can keep an eye on that scout. Now, granted, because of the movement, it's not actually going to fortify and heal this turn, unfortunately. But I just kind of want to watch that unit for a moment. All right, let's move this warrior back here because we might have to take care of that scout quick-like. 1 turn away from the builder being done, and London is also going to grow in 2 turns, so that'll be quite helpful.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
All right, so now things can get interesting. We are going to go ahead and institute God King, so we have extra faith and gold per turn. That'll help us move towards our Pantheon. And yeah, extra combat strength when fighting barbarians would be handy at the moment, given that I seem to have some barbarians somewhat close-ish. So let's go ahead and plan for that. And now I can send my scout to attack and do a lot more damage. And get more experience in the meantime. All right, so again, totally random here. Oh man, this is going to make all the choices so interesting. I could go straight for early Empire, which is very British. That would be in character. Is there anything else that I want more? Ooh, the 100% production policy towards naval units could also be useful. But I like the idea of going... They're all going to take 20 turns. I like the idea of going for the first governor. Yeah, let's go for early Empire. It's in character. Yes, the game is also recommending it. They're recommending foreign trade as well. Probably for the reasons that I've already pointed out, and then some. But, okay, so we have this builder done, and this lovely mod telling me how many charges I have left, which is freaking great. That's a new one for me. There are some mods that I'm using in the series that I haven't even played with before. I just picked up some recommendations and ran with them, so I'm excited to test some of this stuff out. All right. We can't buy anything just yet, and I really would like to build a settler game. You're not wrong. I feel like it would behoove me to follow your earlier recommendation, though. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to say monument, and then we'll do a settler. And hopefully I don't regret that too much before long. We'll see. Seems like the only scout in the area is this one that we're fighting up here, so that's positive at least. Let's go ahead and finish him off. And we don't have to worry about that one. Do need to keep an eye on this scout, though, because they're on the coast, and I would not want them to get hurt. Not too much of a threat this early in the game, but still. All right, I'm going to put this builder just back in London to protect them, because they don't have anything else they can do at the moment. Having that farm improved will be really useful for helping that city grow quickly, which is one of the reasons I wanted to go ahead and get a builder out. Also because we have some tiles. We don't have the technology needed to improve the tiles yet, but as soon as we do, that'll be handy too. All right. I don't want to wander too much farther with my warrior. Okay. This is a great moment to just move the scout back there. Have them stand on top of the hills to keep an eye on things. We are using Scout Plus, so there's a free promotion for every scout, as you saw, but also whenever a scout is, well, it's not just when they're on top of hills. There's an extra square of visibility for scouts, which makes scouts a little bit more survivable. It's one of my favorite mods. I've used it almost since Civ 6 came out, because one of the things that happens a lot with scouts, I said this in Denial too, but for those of you who didn't catch that series, one of the things that happens with scouts a lot is you'll have a scout that you're very carefully like leveling up, and then it just steps onto the wrong tile at the wrong time, and because it couldn't anticipate the threat a little bit more, they're very squishy and they die, and then you lose a very, very nicely upgraded unit with lots of combat experience early in the game when you were really trying to keep them alive. And I've found that having this mod, it's still, I mean, they're still squishy, but it gives them a little bit of a leg up. Nice, another goody hut. That's what I like to see. We didn't get too many goody huts in the beginning of In Denial that I recall. I feel like there was a struggle there. So I'm happy that that is shifting. Another recon unit. That's a freaking gift if I've ever seen one. All right, let's step over here, and we're going to go for the hill tile, as discussed. The monument is almost done building. We're moving into turn 17 already, if you can believe it. We got some more era score for that. Oh, someone's already built the Great Bath. Lovely. Ah, we met a city-state, and we are not the first to meet them, which means there's someone over here. Somewhere, somewhere in this giant crescent of territory, there's someone that we need to keep an eye out for. So, you know, we're just gonna watch. We're just gonna keep an eye on them. Okay. Now you can probably, yeah, we're so close. Nguzargamu. All right, so what do we have? We have Anshan. Their quest is to recruit a great merchant. Oh, I love that mod. It makes it so visible. And then you can recruit a great general for Nguzargamu. Ooh, that's a very nice suzerain bonus. +2 science from each great work of writing, +1 science from each relic and artifact. Okay. And then for Nguzargamu, land combat or support units are 20% cheaper to purchase with gold for each encampment district building in that city. That's if I become the suzerain of these particular city-states. Right now, I am obviously not. We're working on training envoys. That's going to be a while. Okay, so now it's time. Let's go ahead and get a settler going. We're a little bit behind on that, especially knowing that they're... Jadwiga!
Pewnam tego. Jam Jadwiga, król Polski.
All right then. It's an honor to meet you. We would love to sample your hospitality. So we found her city.
I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Sagittarius, and we're skeptical.
But we met her with a warrior, so she's not going to like that. All right, so we'll have to see if we can treat with her and offset any hostilities. She's not too close, which is good. She's down here. Shrine, holy site. All right, so we've finished astrology. Your knowledge of writing has advanced considerably as a result. Let's go ahead and move the warrior back a bit. Now, Jadwiga, are you interested in delegation? We politely refused. That's not a good sign. Okay. Do you have anything worth... I mean, I could send her a gift, but I would rather save my gold right now for things that could actually be useful to me. So... Aha! We have found the first barbarian camp. This is the Badger Claw clan. Flatland clan, city-state conversion, 50 plus turns. So they will be a city-state in more than 50 turns, but for now they're a barbarian clan. Spend 67 gold to prevent this clan from attacking your cities for 13 turns. This clan will gain 18 points towards city-state conversion. Spend 62 gold to hire a warrior unit from this clan. The unit will appear next to the city of London this turn. The clan will gain 5 points towards city-state conversion. Clans can be hired once every 10 years. Spend gold to encourage this clan to attack another nearby civilization or city-state. The clan will lose 5 points towards city-state's conversion. Clans can be incited once every 10 turns. I'm reading this in part for your benefit, but also for mine, because, again, this is a particular game mode that I haven't used a lot, so I'm very excited to see where it might go. Let's go ahead, let's take the scout, and we're going to keep moving through the desert here. And I'm going to, well, no, let's let that scout continue to heal. I don't want them out and about until we're in a little bit of a better position. Can I send you a delegation? We politely refuse. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to go for animal husbandry because I would like to know where the horses are, if any. Can't do anything with that builder just yet, as expected. Aha! Your delegation is most welcome. All right, so Jadwiga has sent a delegation. All right, it looks like they are training up a few units, so I'll have to be careful with that. Let's send a delegation back. We have received your trade delegation and your gifts as well. They'll be treated as guests of honor. Nice. All right, so... And nothing that we can trade yet. She can open her borders, which means she's already finished early empire research. That's fascinating. All right, I'm just going to shoot right over here with this scout. I would rather kind of start exploring in this area, so any other goody huts in the area, I don't get beaten to. No, I'm not bitter or recalling past experiences from multiple games. Why would you say that? And Eric learned that Poland is expanding, adding a new settlement, Warsaw. Where's that? Don't see borders yet, so I'm not sure where it is. Ah, progress towards political philosophy has advanced considerably because we met our third city-state. Nice. I'm still making an effort, as I did in Denial, to actually look at the notifications. I'm usually quite bad about skipping those because I get into just... I don't want to quite call it autopilot mode, but I have my finger on the N key to move to the next turn. It's a very nice keybind, by the way. Highly recommend. And I just start plowing through whether I'm recording or not. And it's very easy for me to miss little details that are not only strategically useful, but also narratively compelling. So I try to keep an eye on those in more recent content. All right, so currently Jadwiga is... Let's see what we can tell about her. She's a saint. She tries to build up faith and likes civilizations that also focus on faith. So I am focused on faith at the moment. So in theory, she should like me. By the way, we are in a Plains Hills tile. I noticed that right away, but I don't think I actually said it. But that is very good for yields reason. We get the +2 production for the city, or +1 production, I guess. 2 production total for the city tile in the center, as opposed to just the 2 food 1 production. Ah, Jadwiga is friendly toward me. Lovely. Happy to see that. All right, we're going to just kind of skirt the area around Johannesburg here. So now we know who met the science city-state first. It's an honor to meet you. We would love to sample your hospitality. So in this case, we met with a scout. So maybe he'll be a little bit more friendly. Let's send a delegation. Your gifts are unnecessary. If I wanted those things, I would take them. Okay, Genghis. Let's just move the scout here. That is an active volcano. Corgo. It's an active volcano. That's spelled K-H-O-L-K-A-N-O. But yeah, it's active, so we need to be mindful of that. All right, so we met 2 new civilizations, which it's helpful for our era score. That's one thing. So I'm going to go ahead and... This is a little bit early, but just so that we can have a buddy. You see her grin? She was so happy about it. That makes me happy because Polish Winter, as I've said this, but I'll say it again. Like it was one of my favorite series that I've done on the channel, and like it's like seeing Jadwiga in a game always makes me think of Polish Winter, and then just seeing the character smile. Anyway.
Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
I'm so sorry, Sean. I did not mean to interrupt you. Please forgive me. All right, so harvesting of cattle, sheep, and deer. But we also know where horses are, which... okay, there are some down here. That's not a bad spot to settle. And there's a Plains Hills to... Okay, that's not bad at all. I can do that in 3 turns. Assuming Jadwiga doesn't beat me to the area, which she very well might. Alright, so it does seem like we are potentially about to have a problem with those barbarians, so let's bring this warrior back. They still don't know where I am. That's the thing you have to keep in mind. They haven't actually found me with a scout, so that warrior is just kind of wandering around. But if that warrior finds me, I imagine it will attack. Ooh, do I go for iron? See, I could go for bronze working right now, which would give me the ability to build spearmen and encampment districts, which will help with, starting towards great generals. But also, we'll know where the iron is on the map. That's tough. but also sailing because England. I'm going to select bronze working just so that I can see where those resources are as soon as possible. That just seems like too obvious of a choice to pass up. All right, so there was a dust storm down in Krakow that I'm probably not going to remember all of my Polish city pronunciations.
It was luxuries like air
I'll do my best,
conditioning
though.
that brought down the Roman Empire. With air conditioning, their windows were shut. They couldn't hear the barbarians coming.
Thank you for that, Garrison Keeler. The Romans did not have air conditioning. Let's see. All right, so now we can change policies. I'm not going to change any, though, because we might be fighting barbarians, and I still don't have a pantheon. So, oh, it also looks like I have a governor available. So let's go ahead and appoint Magnus in London. Obvious choice. Ooh, interesting here. I am going to go ahead and attack this warrior because I feel like there's a chance the scout might actually be able to level up from fighting this warrior. They might. They might. We'll see how this goes. The warrior was already hurt, which is helpful. All right, so we finished early empire research. Let's go ahead and go for foreign trade because that way we could trade with Jadwiga if we needed to. Actual trade routes, anyway. All right, so you're trying to settle. Tell you what, let's scout up this direction. You're less likely to have found out what's going on up here, and I would like to find out before you do. General volcanic eruption. The volcano has erupted. Next turn. All right, so they attack the scout, not surprising. And now the next combat will, I could fortify, which is probably the safer move in case there's another barbarian unit on the way. Nice. That was a big territory reveal. I was kind of hoping for something like that. There's some turtles up here. I like the terrain that I'm seeing so far. I just don't want to get boxed in too quickly because I do have empires in position to potentially box me in, which is kind of annoying. But I'm also seeing stuff across the English Channel here, which is amazing that that got named that. That's probably contextually determined, but still, I love it. And there goes the warrior. That went exactly according to plan. And now, yes, can move after attacking, and ambush will be the very next promotion granted. So, now that we have a settler available, let me go ahead and... Doesn't look like we have any +2 holy sites, but there are some holy sites that are on the water. Oh boy. I'd have to spend money for either of them. I think I want to go for this one because if I can have farmland up here and that feels more beneficial. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and send this settler down here to those Plains Hills and get those horses. And I hope Jadwiga doesn't beat me to it. I'm not entirely confident that I'm going to beat her to it, but we're going to try. So, all right, so we're just kind of checking out the area around Johannesburg. I don't feel as compelled to bring the warrior back to London this exact moment because we're pretty okay for the time being. Oh yeah, I forgot to treat with Genghis Khan and now he hates me. Great. Your gifts are unnecessary if I wanted to... Yeah, well, he's probably mad because I made nice with Jadwiga and he has a crush on her or something, and, like, he's bitter about it. I'm taking Jadwiga's attention, and he's less than thrilled. Okay, Storm Rage is on. Ooh, Category 4 Hurricane. Hello? Hello? It's 2500 BC. Storms that scary don't exist yet. Okay. That's kind of scary for the settler. I'm actually going to back them off for a turn. Well, the builder's now in danger, but I want to make sure I protect the settler first and foremost. Because the settler would have moved right through that hurricane. So that's interesting timing for sure. Now, I'm going to back off with that scout because, yeah, oh god, I'm glad I did that. Because first of all, a spearman against a scout without the ambush upgrade, that would have been ugly. But then you also have a nearby slinger and warrior. They still don't know where I am. They haven't actually found me. All right, let's skip your turn. Now, just going to continue to poke my head around up here. It looks like we found the northern edge of the map. This is a large map, by the way, if you didn't notice. Okay. So that's better positioning. I'm going to go ahead and give the order. Oh, wait, hang on. I would really like that Plains Hills tile, so we'll see. If Jadwiga knows those horses are there, that's going to be the challenge, because she's going to go for them, as she should. And I don't want to, like, give that AI the impression that I'm in competition with her, but at the same time, it's like, I need my horses, damn it. Alright, I'm going to move you here, and I'm going to attack this slinger while its back is turned. Gain some combat experience. +4 to be exact. I still need... 41 more. Ouch.
Every nation lives by exchanging.
Okay, so we've unlocked the caravanseries policy. Joint war. Alright, so that could come in handy if we really have to go ham on Genghis. But so far, it's not looking that way. We have not unlocked a pantheon yet, so I'm still not going to change policies. Let's go ahead and finish off this slinger. It's going to be a little dicey for the scout. It's going to reduce their health.
Bronze is the mirror of the form.
Oh, nice.
Wine of the mind.
That gave me an unexpected boost. So we now have access to iron. Oh, there's horses up there too. That's nice to know. I don't see any iron nearby, though. Hang on. Let's see if we find any. 3 results. All right, there's... Oh, wow. All the iron is up there next to Genghis. All right, so that's... He's going to have a ton of it. I didn't notice that earlier. Well, I couldn't have noticed it earlier because we just discovered this stuff. But that's not good. Okay, we've met a new city-state. Jerusalem. We are not the first to meet them, which is not surprising. Let's go ahead and keep moving up this direction. 1 tile at a time, though. So we got the tech boost for bronze working. Why did we get that boost? Oh, does it not tell you once you finished it? I'm guessing it's because of the combat with the scout somehow, but I don't know the exact condition that just triggered. So I was just curious, and now the game will never tell me. I'll never know. I'll just sit here and be ignorant of the truth, and it makes me sad. All right, so we're going to research craftsmanship, which is just the final one in this tree. So we'll have extra protection towards builders, or the option to institute that, and then the option to institute extra protection towards ancient and classical ground units. And here's our pantheon. Finally. All right, so I think I'm probably going to go for River Goddess. +2 amenities and +2 housing for cities if they have a holy site district adjacent to a river. This is one that I tend to go for if it's available to me, but there are some other ones that could be useful. Let's see if there's one that's contextually helpful at all. Extra faith from quarries. +2 faith from mines over luxury and bonus resources. No. No, don't really think so. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut. Let's go with River Goddess because we have a holy site, or we will in 3 turns. We'll get 2 amenities and 2 housing in London, and we can also now change policies, which is great because we just happen to time that well. So +1 production in all cities, probably the way to go. Extra production towards settlers, though, that could also be useful at this moment because I do need more settlers. Yeah, let's go for that first. And then I think I'll keep the barbarian bonus. Although the additional production towards ancient and classical era naval units, that could help me lock in my normal age if I were to build like a sailing ship. So you know what? Let's do that. It is England after all. We should have something of a focus on sailing. All right, let's go for mining. Very last of those. Or I could go ahead and go for sailing. Yeah, let's do that because we don't have a lot in the area to mine. And if I move towards sailing, how long do we have? We don't even have that long before we're going to be in the next age, so I think that's the smart move to make. Okay. I'm going to move this scout on top of the hill there, just so they have a little bit better visibility of the area. All right, so I don't want to annoy Genghis by moving this warrior closer to his borders. That could end up being a problem. We've established Magnus in London. We can now build a trade route. And the Mysticism Civic has been boosted. Stonehenge has been built. That's fine. It's fine. Oh, fire started. Down here. We're fine, though. I think. I hope. Maybe. Probably. We're probably okay. All the natural disasters are just preventing us from getting this one place out. Oh, we have horses in London. I didn't notice that. I mean, I still want to settle down here. It's a really good location, but because it's on fresh water, it has horses. Also, it can be a canal city later on. So, heck yeah, let's do it. But I can go ahead and improve those horses right there. How did I not see that sooner? That's what I want to know. Because they were staring me in the freaking face. All right, so there's a lot of hills up here in the snow, and I bet there might be some undiscovered stuff over here to the left. So we're going to take a look at that in a moment. We're on turn 29 already. Making good time. Liking this start so far. Kind of a calm start, but I'm liking it. Gradient dust storm. The sun is angry orange disk in a hazy sky as people scurry about their business, cloth wrapped around their noses and mouths. Okay. So that's not good for my scout. I'm going to go ahead and move them away from that, and hopefully it doesn't chase after me. Let me quickly buy a slinger here. As much as I want to buy a trader, I want to have a little bit of additional military because I don't want to look too weak to Genghis. Otherwise, he's just going to declare war on me for funsies. Okay, so it looks like Radom did get founded right here, and we should be okay. I'm all right with that as a border. Your knowledge of horseback riding has advanced considerably. Very nice. Nice. All right, so we've got another barbarian encampment here. This is the Grey Shark clan. They're seafaring. So we can hire a galley unit if we have enough gold, which I don't think we need to. So I could definitely encourage... I could definitely, if I had the coin, I could encourage these barbarians to attack Genghis. And I'm tempted to do that. So we're going to see what we can do there. Alright, so we've boosted horseback riding as we know. The Violent Storm is hopefully something that Scout will weather. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. Your progress towards state workforce has advanced considerably. Oh, because we finished our Holy Site District. Nice. Your progress towards military tradition has advanced considerably, just on account of the villagers giving us secrets. Alright, so since we now have enough horses, we could potentially trade... Ooh, you have luxuries improved already, don't you? What about you? Can I send you a delegation? No. You just hate me on principle because I'm friends with your crush. You should learn to be a less jealous person, Genghis. It's unbecoming. Let's... Tell you what, I'm going to move this scout. Well, I'll just fortify and heal them right there. Well, no. On second thought, no, because if Genghis decides he wants to declare war on me right now, that scout would die, and then I would be very mad. So let's not do that. I know Genghis is on the way. I saw him. So I want my shrine. I do. But I also want my warrior. Like, I need an additional warrior in the area, otherwise I could be in a bad way. 3 turns until sailing. I think I will be able to lock in my normal age. We're currently headed for a dark age because we are at countdown starting now. Love that. Love it for me. Love everything about it. Let's go ahead and just place this slinger in guard mode. Doesn't need to be doing anything right now. Oh, yeah, he's taunting my lack of a cavalry. So we already know he's sizing me up. Oh, he doesn't hate me anymore, interestingly enough. Didn't see that coming. Wonder why he doesn't hate me. Maybe because I'm building up my military? And he knows it. Okay. We've founded the city of Birmingham. And now, as a consequence of that, I think I will... There are no river tiles nearby, so I won't be able to take advantage of the amenity bonus from our Pantheon. But... yeah, let's go for the granary, for the housing boost. That'll help the city grow. And then... you know what? No, I'm going to keep this builder here because I need to improve that cotton as soon as possible. Oh, wow. There's actually... this continent goes for a good ways in this direction. It looks like it's going to end right about here. There's some salt up here. The fire has ended. Good. Why does Genghis Khan like me now? Horse Lord. Maybe because I don't have a good cavalry? That's probably what it is. He likes me because I'm not a challenge to him. Dude, you are so petty. Like, you're jealous about Jadwiga. And, like, you want all of her attention, and you don't want her to give any of it to me. And you're only happy with me because I'm weaker than you in one dimension. Get over yourself. Would be my advice. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and queue up. Ooh, see, I also want to get a settler going, but... yeah, you know what? Let's train another settler. I want to make sure I have another city locked in somewhere. Let's start moving our warrior back. A little bit nervous about that potential confrontation there. Keep the builder where they are. Move the scout back this direction. Need more amenities. Yes, I know. I'm working on it, believe me. All right, one turn and sailing is done, so we're probably going to switch production here.
Life is distasteful to me, but life at sea is better.
All right, so you probably noticed there, thanks to our good friend Sucretact, we are able to embark civilian and recon units starting now. That's one of the mods that we're running. So we're also running, speaking of Sucretact, we're running, I went ahead and downloaded like every single Natural Wonder mod that he's done. So I'm hoping to see some of those in-game throughout the meta series. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's go ahead and build a galley in London. Having that sailing ship in place will lock in our normal age and put me in a much better position. Yeah, I'm going to go for mining. I need to go for the wheel because I want the heavy chariot, but I need mining too, so... All right, so this builder... God. Do I go for the fish or do I go for the cotton? Needs irrigation. I'm going to hold off. I am. I'd rather go for the luxury resource with that last build because I don't know when I'm going to have another builder. And that one amenity...
inspiration is a mere reed shaken in the wind.
That one amenity is actually going to be pretty good. All right, so... it's one turn away. Could I safely change policies now, you think? I probably could. I could do double experience for recon units. We still have a couple of scouts out, and that could be really helpful. But also Agoge, just in case we do end up getting declared on. This would be good for building up a quick military. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so 3 new choices. Military tradition, flanking and combat support bonuses to all combat units. That's probably the way I'll go. But also state workforce, which includes a governor title, and mysticism. I think military tradition is the way I want to go for now because Genghis is friendly to me because he has a small mind. I'm going to withhold further comment, but yeah, for whatever reason, I don't feel too threatened by him at the moment. Can't quite say why, but that's influencing my decision not to push too hard towards militaristic policies or shift away. Sending you gifts. Your delegation is most welcome. Cool. All right, so we've had a pretty friendly start with the AI. No Gorgo this time. I thought Genghis would be our Gorgo, but so far he's turned out to be a little bit too spineless. I mean, friendly. I mean, thoughtful and supportive. Yep, those are the words that I meant to use. Okay, we're going to explore over this direction north of Jerusalem and see what we can find. One turn until the galley's done, and this will lock in our normal age. There it is. Yearning for new adventures, the galley from England is the first in the world to roam the seas. I was hoping for that.
Who deserves more credit than the wife of a coal miner?
Okay, now let's see if we can find anything with said galley. Just by looking around, that could be really useful. All right, so we have finished our research into mining, and now we have access to masonry. Also, we have access to irrigation, which this is what we need for that rare resource. I'm gonna go... We have desert near us. Pyramids. Pyramids. Tempting. Doing it. Doing it. Sorry, I talked myself into that one with noises, but hopefully you were following along. Let's go ahead and get that settler finished so that we can place a city that would actually be able to take advantage of that. All right, so we're pretty close to having this warrior back in place. Man, I really hate... It's going to be so long until irrigation is ready. I'm going to go ahead and send... Yeah, I'm going to send this builder down to improve these horses. I think that's the better move to make. I'll figure out some other way to get that amenity included in my strategic situation. Rainforest regrown after being destroyed by the fire. Nice. That's the rainforest I'm literally standing in. Major flood of the Duniek River. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. Ancient Era ends in 3 turns, and we no longer have a Dark Age to worry about, thankfully. All right, so now this scout is ready to head back out. Let's see if we can discover anything here. Nothing yet. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for more there. Poland has used a slinger to clear a barbarian outpost. Nice. Oh, there's a active volcano right next to Jerusalem. All right, Tundra Hills. All right, nothing going on up here. Okay, so Mongolia is already scouted up here. That's kind of annoying. I didn't see that coming. I should have, but I didn't. All right, so now that we've got that settler trained, I'm definitely going to go for the... Like, I'm 100% going to go for the shrine. Now... Got a Plains Hills tile here, and lots of desert adjacent. It's just that if I put the city here, it's not going to be on a river. I could put it here, and it would not be on Plains Hills. Yeah, this is the best spot to put it. It is. It is. The only thing is that there's also the concern about the diamonds. So... Alternatively, I could put a city up here. I could even put a city here. I could put it in the middle of the desert, which would not be good for growth. I have to work hard to get it to actually be productive. But then it would get there. Or I could put one down here and not have access to as many resources. I kind of feel like right there is the smartest spot, though. Especially if those barbarians there are eventually going to be a city-state. If I have a city close to them, that could be good for any number of reasons. Alright, so Genghis is hanging out with some troops near me. But again, he doesn't dislike me at the moment, weirdly enough. Alright, we're going to go to probably turn 45, I would guess. Maybe 50 if we move quickly, but pretty average pace for an episode 1. Very, very calm episode 1. So different from the way that Gorgo acted at the beginning of In Denial. All right, so we do have a goody hut over here. Not that we're going to be able to do anything with that right away, but it's there. All right, so that settler is on the way to that location. It's kind of good timing for a scuffle to be happening up here because it prevents these guys from trying to interfere with my new settlement. So I'll take it. Consider that blessing counted. Military tradition is almost done, so we're going to have access to flanking and support combat bonuses, which is nice. The world enters the classical era. Let's see how that went.
Is being the only one who knows you're afraid.
Change policies. Do I want to change policies, though? I kind of doubt it. Do I want the extra production in all cities now? I probably do. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Let's do extra production in all cities. And now we're going to move you here. And we'll go ahead and move the scout here. Make a dedication. So it looks like Genghis and Jadwiga managed to keep pace with me there. I'm going to go for... We probably will have a founded religion. And we'll be able to get some era score out of that. And we'll have 3 cities that we'll be able to convert to that religion at the very least. So that's 6 era score guaranteed. Will I get 6 districts if I went monumentality? Will I get 6 inspirations or 6 eurekas? I've been pretty good at getting the eurekas so far. But that could just be happenstance, and it might not happen in the next stage. So I'm torn between Exodus of the Evangelists and Free Inquiry. I think I'm going to go for this one because of where I am in terms of like being close to a religion. It just seems like the right move. All right, state workforce. Yeah, let's go there. It could be a wonder production speed bonus. Never a bad thing, I suppose. Okay, you can now improve those horses, and that's the last charge for that builder. So I still kind of want to build a holy site down here. It's just that there's not a river. So I can't get bonuses for it. Let's go ahead and build... Let's get the monument built because we need the loyalty boost just in case we have issues with that from Jadwiga being so close. Oh, this particular barbarian unit has seen my city, which is a problem. Oh, did we kill it? Oh, we killed it. The game didn't say I was going to kill it, but we totally killed it. Nice. Well, that worked. Unexpectedly, but it worked. All right, the warrior's back. Let's go ahead and get the warrior all the way back to London. Just in case Genghis decides to be a little bit less friendly in the future.
Carving a stone, erecting a column, or cutting a piece of stained glass in the construction of something much bigger than ourselves.
So that's our ability to build the pyramids. And I think there's a pretty good chance that we will be able to get those done. So I do want to select wheel so that we're not behind on that part of the treat. That's our very last ancient tech. All right, and now I can go ahead and found a city. It's the city of Plymouth. It's not going to be... Yeah, Plymouth is not going to be very productive for a bit. I'm going to move this scout over here. There are no food tiles. If I give them a food tile, which I can do. Yeah, I do like this location. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this tile. That's the one that makes sense. There we go. Now Plymouth is growing. Oh my gosh. A builder is probably a good idea, first and foremost. Yeah, there's only the one tile being worked, so it doesn't matter what I set the focus to, because as long as it's one of the 3 yields of that tile, I'm going to get the same result in terms of growth, etc. All right, so I guess I'll move back. Let's continue to scout with our galley. All right, so we founded a desert city. Etamananki has been built by an unknown player. Barbarians have discovered Plymouth. Ooh, moderate flood. So fertilized tile and 1 damaged tile. I'm guessing the farm? Yeah, the farm. Well, that's inconvenient. That's horrific timing. Well, okay, not horrific, but it could be better. I guess... yeah, it's time for another builder. I think it's time for that extra builder I've been thinking about. Do I need to go protect Plymouth with a scout? It might be worthwhile to get the scout leveled up. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to move...
As it turns out, Mount Kilimanjaro is not Wi-Fi enabled. So I had to spend 2 weeks in Tanzania talking to the people on my trip.
Nancy Bonds. You know what? I don't think it's going to get better than that. We're going to use that as our final moment for the episode. Let's finish out this turn. But there's not a better note to end on than that. We're at the end of turn 43. It's 1480 BC. We have 3 cities. We have 2 neighbors that we're kind of friendly with. Jadwiga is militarily not as powerful as me, but in terms of science and culture, she is ahead of the game. She's doing well. It's just nice not to have immediate hostilities as much. It does look like there's some more settling going on, but Genghis is not settling in my general direction. So this is a very chill beginning to the meta series. I don't quite trust it, but I still like it, if I can say that. So yeah, we did get some era score for Kilimanjaro there as well. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this very first entry in the meta series in what's going to be a very, very long and ambitious and amazing meta series for the channel. We're going to wrap this first episode up right now. And in the next one, which will be tomorrow at 10 a.m., we will continue after this turn and see what additional cities we can found and whether or not we meet any other civilizations which may or may not be friendly in the same way the Jadwiga and Genghis have been toward me so far. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.